Hello, I am criminologist, and some time ago I was asked what was the stranger case I had lived in my career. I will share it with you. 20 years ago, I was in the city of Medellin doing some report in the laboratories. It was a Friday night. I was in my hotel room where I was taking a bubble bath when I received a call from the prosecutor. It was my superior calling me desperate that had resulted in my case of death to a relative his night had been heard. I got ready and left quickly for his home. I arrived at the place and the clues were already selected. The investigators were at the door waiting for my little shocked by the case that was waiting for me. They gave my paget and accompanied me to the scene. I found the strangest scene I had seen in my entire career. She was without on the bed, with her throat cut and her limbs tied with the chains. Her husband was also at the scene with a devastating impression. He had been traveling for 1 month and arrived that night to find this scene. What made us start the investigation was the putrid smell that was in that scene, being very strange that if it had been hours since her husband found her state of decomposition was at most 1 week. We began the investigation with the inquiry in evidence and doing an interrogate to her husband. The chain were toasty and full of water. That woman handing of the violence on her body, and the windows the house were house locked. At the moment we realized that victim had been kidnapped and tortured for days. It was curious because she worked from home, and according to the records of the residential unit, only she and her husband had entered until we reached the evidence that the husband had arrived 1 week to the residence. Data that made us start interrogation. The husband was taken to the protector's office and was asked why he had not said that they had returned a week ago, nor had he reported the body. The husband, after hiding everything for 1 month, broke into tears in front of the authorities and confessed that he had a dream in which she chatted on him. He said that we was a very jealous person and had returned from his trip to find out the truth. When he got home, he saw his wife very calm working, but he was blinded by his anger and his imagination, so he tied her to the bed with chains and beat her until she was unconscious. After seeing that she was unconscious, he went from a bucket of water to throw it over her to see if she woke up. When he saw that he had killed her, he locked himself in the guest room because of the impression he got went out and the hide his action. He wanted to stage a murder scene as if he had killed her, but The next day, he went back to the house to find out the truth. He said that we was a very jealous person and he had returned from trip to find out the truth. And I called the police with this false testimony. All the testimony was the conclusion of the case. I ranked it the worst or the most shocking because it is crazy that for a dream you can commit such a heinous crime.